Alright everyone, the stock market has just opened. Bitcoin is getting continuation to the downside with the stock market. Let's jump into what's going on in the stock market today. So the SPX looking brutal. This is what we said in yesterday's Bitcoin video. We have 24 hours to make a decision, and we have pretty much made a decision now. It looks like we are heading down. You've got the SPX down 3% as of the time of recording this. The Nasdaq absolutely plummeting below the lows. Nasdaq down 3.5% today. The SPY completely taken out every single low now. Everything is invalidated. All of these support lines, they have been completely taken out. You can normally see once we do take out the 200-day moving average, it is very, very brutal for the stock market, and this is what we're seeing right now. I still do think Bitcoin has more to drop. If we look at Bitcoin on the hourly time frame, look at this volume that we're coming in. Volume predicts price. If we were dropping and we were losing momentum, if we were losing momentum on the squeeze bomb, if we were losing selling volume, then it would be a different story, but that is not what we're seeing. You can see if we come over to the daily time frame, we've almost got as much selling volume as we had yesterday. We've broken below 32,500. This actually means we're below the bottom of the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curves. This can get very, very dangerous. It does seem like it is a confirmed bear market, because if Bitcoin enters the lowest deviation, at least in my opinion, it's a confirmed bear market. Would you not call what happened after this bull market a confirmed bear market? Would you not call what happened after the 2013 bull market a confirmed bear market? What about the bull market after 2017? Was this not a bear market because we did come down to the lower deviation? That is exactly what we're doing right now. Very, very worrying stuff going on for Bitcoin right now. You can see this continuation is brutal. On the 4-hourly candle, tons and tons of selling volume stepping in. Bears are taking over this trend. Let's check out again what is going on in the stock market. So we just talked about the SPY lost all of its support. Now it gets a lot worse. It gets a lot worse. If we look at Google, one of the biggest companies in the entire world, down almost 2.5% today. Google is coming down to the lows. You can see this selling volume that we've seen. The stock market has only been open for a couple of hours, and we're seeing tons and tons of selling volume coming in. If we hop over to Tesla, click on the daily time frame, you can see what Tesla's done. Tesla has absolutely dropped like a rock. Tesla's down almost 7% as of the time of recording this from the close on the 6th of May. If we hop over to the 1-hourly time frame, you can see huge price gap, huge amounts of selling volume. There is a bit of buying volume coming back into this, but I really do think we have more to drop. If we look at Facebook on the daily down 3.5%. Once again, another one of the biggest companies in the world. Meta, blue chip stock, 3.5% down on the daily. Looks like it is dropping very, very fast. I believe Facebook is now down more than 53% from the all-time high. If you don't think Bitcoin can drop more, when, well, Facebook is down 49% right now. Sorry, I was thinking down here it was 50, 55, 56, but yeah, Facebook is down 49% from the all-time high. I think this is going to continue to bleed on into crypto. The stock market has just opened. I told you yesterday we have 24 hours to make a decision. I'm not the type of YouTuber who just says those type of thumbnails. That is the first time I've ever said we've got 24 hours, and I meant it. The stock market decision today is the most important thing that we've been having going on for Bitcoin all year, in my opinion. This stock market opening was the opening to tell what Bitcoin is going to do, and now Bitcoin has broken below 32,500. If we look at Bitcoin in terms of our previous fractal, it looks like, you know, we've broken below this important trend line. It looks like Bitcoin wants to come down to 29,000. Very, very brutal chart, absolutely brutal. Let's continue with the stock market. Coinbase, their earnings report is coming in tomorrow, and you know, their earnings report is expected to be down from the previous estimate. And if we look at what happened the last time, you can see we've got a bunch of earnings reports. What happened on what happened in, when was this? No, this was November. This was November the 8th. What happened in November the 8th when Coinbase's earning reports were down? Well, let's go over to Bitcoin and let's find the all-time high, because I can tell you Bitcoin's all-time high was November the 9th. Oh no, it wasn't, sorry. Bitcoin's all-time high was November the 10th, 2 days after the Coinbase earning reports. Absolutely brutal. Coinbase has been breaking down, Bitcoin has been breaking down. Coinbase obviously led this dump, which makes me believe that Coinbase does have a profound impact on the crypto markets. You can see the selling volume coming in today for Coinbase. Bear in mind, we click on the hourly time frame. This has only been on for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours now. This was pre-market, you can see. Look at this selling volume stepping in. This is insane selling volume. When we're dropping this hard and you see the selling volume increase, it doesn't mean we're near a bottom. It means that we've got more to go. 4 hourly selling volume, absolutely crazy. Bearish engulfing candle, tons of selling volume coming in. Like I said, Coinbase is down 16%. It is in price discovery to the downside right now. This is really not good news considering Coinbase's IPO. Its initial public offering was all the way up here at 430. Coinbase is down 80% at this moment in time. If you don't think this can happen to Bitcoin, then I've got another thing coming for you, because Bitcoin, don't get me wrong, I'm the biggest perma-bull on Bitcoin in the long term, but I have to look at the data objectively. Bitcoin looks terrible right now. It looks like Bitcoin wants to come down to 29,000. One of the biggest companies in the world, Coinbase, down 80%. Let's go check out. Actually, let's finish on the dollar, because I guess it makes sense. If we look at Airbnb, I've added a few other stocks here so I can see what is going on with the general markets. Tons and tons of bearish momentum stepping in the stock market. Huge selling volume. As of the time of recording this, Airbnb is down 9.5% today. Where is it from its all-time high? Airbnb is down 45% from the all-time high. Like I'm saying, we've got these blue chip stocks which are plummeting like they're meme coins, and Bitcoin is only down 5%. This makes me think that Bitcoin is going to come down to 29,000. I hate to say it, but you know, like I say, I have to look at the data objectively. I have to keep a level head on this. I have to look at the information like a robot. I have to leave my emotions out of the trading, and looking at this objectively, we look very bad. The past 3 hours, Apple's been trading. Apple, once again, I don't need to tell you this, one of the biggest companies in the world, down 3% today. And Bitcoin is down 5%. I mean, Apple's holding up a bit better than everything else. Apple normally holds up very well in a downtrend. Normally, Apple's corrections come into the 200-day moving average. Apart from that, it seems, you know, we've only really had one big capitulation below the 200-day. You know, Apple is a huge company, so I don't expect Apple to be one of the biggest heavy hitters to the downside in the next couple of weeks. But Apple being down 3%, that is huge. That is obscene amounts of money taken off the market cap. Let's continue. Netflix is down 2.5% as of the time of recording this. If we come over to the hourly time frame, look at this. Absolutely brutal. We're literally falling like a rock right now. Not a ton of selling volume. I think a lot of people exited Netflix quite recently because they tried to up their what was it called? They tried to up the prices. I don't use Netflix. I don't really watch TV or movies, so yeah, I mean, it didn't really affect me, but I would be lying if I said Netflix would be an example of the stock market crashing, because Netflix seems to have already shot themselves in the foot by increasing their prices. But Netflix, one of the biggest blue chip stocks in the world, down 2% today, 75% down from the all-time high, which is why I'm saying I do believe Bitcoin has more to drop. Let's continue. Microsoft down almost 3% today. Microsoft has completely lost its lows. Tons of selling volume coming in. If we hop over to the 4 hourly time frame, we've got a bearish engulfing candle on the volume. This is really not looking good right now. If we hop over to the 1 hourly time frame, seeing a tiny bounce on the 1 hour. The past couple of hours, we've been absolutely landsliding. Now, like I said, let's finish off with the nail in the coffin, the cherry on top of the cupcake, the US dollar. Because a lot of people have been expecting and are still expecting the US dollar to top out in this range. I've kind of been saying as well, I do somewhat think the US dollar is going to top out at some point soon. But with the Fed increasing the interest rates, If they do plan on increasing this next month as well, if they keep on increasing it by 50 basis points, 50 basis points, 50 basis points, month over month over month, the dollar is going to go up, in my opinion. I really do not like what we're seeing here. It's very, very painful to watch. The US dollar on the daily, you can see the dollar pre-market before the stock market opened came up and made a new, not all-time high, a new local high. Obviously, if I zoom out like 5-10 years ago or so, I have to scroll back ages, which is why I'm saying, you know, this is in the local time frame. But we scroll back and you can actually see the dollar 121 in 2001. So, you know, we have not been this bullish for the dollar in years and years and years and years. The dollar looking this good is not good at all for crypto. This is really, really not what you want to see right now. If we come over to the 1 hourly time frame, it's not letting, oh, is it on auto? Is that why it's not letting me scroll? There we go. If we look at the dollar on the 1 hourly time frame, every single time we're making higher lows. Within this structure, at least in the macro time frame, you know, because we did this before in the micro time frame, but macro, we hopped into this accumulation range. Higher low, higher low, higher low, and we're looking very, very bullish right now. Like I said, I have to look at the data objectively. The dollar is poking its head above this huge, huge multi-year resistance. Earlier on, you know, start of the day, 6 in the morning, dollar made a new all-time high. It looks exceptionally bullish. We're finding support, at least in the lower time frames, on the 1 hourly EMA ribbons. 4 hourly time frame, huge support found on the EMA ribbons. Everything about this looks absolutely incredible right now. I mean, I can't even fathom how bullish the dollar is right now. This is where the dollar should be topping out. The dollar's showing extreme strength right now. The stock market is showing extreme weakness. I mean, we can't ignore these signals. Just looking at this objectively, Tesla, like I said, 6% on the daily. Coinbase down 15% on the daily. Airbnb 8%. Apple 3%, Netflix 2%, Microsoft 3%. The markets are getting crushed right now, and so is Bitcoin. On the hourly, the volume just continues to get more and more bullish than the previous candle. Even in the past, if we come over to the hourly time frame, we're just putting in huge, huge selling candles. On the daily, we've got even more selling volume than yesterday. So I would be very, very cautious about entering cryptos. I'd be very cautious about buying altcoins. I would say I'd be cautious about buying Bitcoin. I'm a long-term investor when it comes to Bitcoin. I absolutely love picking up Bitcoin at these levels, and it isn't the end for Bitcoin necessarily. I do have a few charts that I do want to show on Bitcoin because I have noticed some similarities before. It is, if I can find it, this chart. I'll give you a sneak peek of this chart before I do post the video, but this is going to be a very interesting call to make. We are literally sitting on the verge of, are we going to enter a bear market that we have not seen before, or are we going to do what we've done in previous times? And are we going to bottom at 32,600 on the daily? If we do not bottom here today, then Bitcoin is going to go down to 29,000. If 29,000 does not hold, it can get extremely ugly. Like I said, don't shoot the messenger. I'm reading the data off the screen. The data does not look good. Bitcoin is heading down very, very fast. I hold a ton of Bitcoin. I will be putting Bitcoin buy orders down at 29,000. It is very unfortunate what we're seeing right now, but the stock market is getting brutalized, and trying to catch the falling knife on Bitcoin right now can be very, very dangerous. So stay safe you out there, guys. I will be updating you on a couple more Bitcoin videos today. I have a couple of interesting charts to show you. So yeah, stay tuned for those. As always, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market. And RIP, we'll have to make it through this together. Come on, if you're a Bitcoin holder and you're getting worried right now, you're getting worried at the wrong time. This is where a lot of retail traders are getting worried and shaken out of their hands. And this time that we're seeing right now, over the next month, over the next couple of weeks, in my opinion, could be one of the best places to DCA Bitcoin. I've already DCA'd Bitcoin yesterday. I personally have buy orders down at 29,000. Best of luck. Not financial advice. very, very shaky times we're entering into right now. I'll give you an update on what's going on later. All I've got for you today, cowboy out. Peace.